Starting lineup in Heat 1B, the Miss T Plus, the Kellogg's Tony the Tiger, Miss Pog, Spirit of San Diego in lane 4. Lane 5 is the Miss Midmark, and Miss Property rounds out the field on 4 outside. Looking at the starting field on the water, we can see the Miss Midmark did not make it, neither did the Miss Properties. Apparently technical problems kept them land-bound on the inside as they come into the turn. It is going to be the Miss T Plus from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the National Dynamics, Spirit of San Diego on the outside. Mark Evans trying to catch him, but it's the young man from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Stephen David, who is now setting the pace. As you can see, the Spirit of San Diego's got a little competition on the inside. Miss Pog is not part of it. Apparently some problems with that boat.
They're saying it's the salt water in the turbines, which of course always plagues the boats when they race on salt water. As we look at Kellogg's Tony the Tiger, currently running in 3rd place. The winner of Heat 1B at an average of 142.2, Steve David in the T Plus.
A good job of driving by Steve David. He takes first, the Spirit of San Diego in 2nd place, then the Kellogg's Tony the Tiger and Miss Pog, and as we told you, Miss Properties and Miss Midmark did not start. We'll be back to Mission Bay with the Budweiser Cup in just a moment. Enjoying the water we're racing on here in Mission Bay at San Diego, California. Dick Crippen along with Jim Hendrick and Steve Montgomery as we look at these fans enjoying this wonderful day, and we get ready for Heat 2A.
4 boats. Winston Eagle in lane 1, the Tide lane 2. Hanalei Hotel has not answered the call, has not come away from the dock yet, but the Coors Dry now will be the 3rd boat in the heat as Heat 2A gets underway.
The Winston Eagle boat has had a fantastic run so far, already setting a record out on this course, actually 2 of them, and right now he looks like he's going to go out and try to set another one. He takes the lead right out of turn number 1 and 2. The Tide boat trying to catch him on the outside. The battle for 2nd place in the National High Point standings for the season is between those 2 boats. You can see that the Coors Dry boat with Dave Bilwak far to the outside, sitting in 3rd. Mark Tate getting another great run, and they've got the cowling back on the boat.
Look at this inside shot over the left shoulder of Mark Tate in the Winston Eagle. Watch how fast the buoys come up. You don't think these boats aren't moving? Watch it just flip right by.
And we have to always remind people, Jim, that the water conditions change constantly, as does the air. The wind comes up and down, so these drivers constantly have to adjust these boats for the conditions. A great shot of the Winston Eagle now from the outside, and it looks like he's on another record run.
The Tide, George Woods Jr. in 2nd. George knows if he can maintain just behind Winston Eagle all day, he'll be 2nd place in the Winston High Point Championship. As we look at the 3rd place boat, the Coors Dry, 156 plus for this boat, the Winston Eagle, on lap number 1.
Winston Eagle now looking up to the start-finish tower to see if he sees the checkered flag coming out, and he does. Winston Eagle, Mark Tate, has taken the win in Heat 2A.
2 in a row, and he's upped his record, 154.4, another course record for the Heat. That's the order of finish.
Let's go down to the pits and Mark Tate.
Mark Tate has the Winston Eagle back in the winner's circle. Mark, another record. This time you went over 154 for 3 laps. It's really running well.
Well, you got to give the crew, the Winston Eagle, all the credit. I mean, I got the easy job out there just pushing the boat around the course. But, you know, last heat we had a lot of damage. We lost a rear cowling, pulled the mount out. We had a rear wing go away. The propeller went away. So, hey, give the credit to my crew. They got the boat back out there in winning form and record form.
And a big smile from a guy with a real fast Eagle. Steve, you like these kind of days?
Oh, yeah. It's been a long time coming, but the Winston Eagle's doing real good today, and of course the day isn't over, but so far everything's going our way.
This is the SeaWorld Beach Band entertaining here in San Diego. We'll be back with more action after this timeout. We're inside Bud 1 airship looking at the crew as we pan, looking over beautiful Mission Bay in San Diego. We've just been given word that Chip Hanauer will not return to action. The Budweiser has stretched for the day. T Plus will lead him off in lane number 1 in Heat 2B, driven, of course, by Steve David, looking for his 2nd consecutive victory. Spirit of San Diego, known as National Dynamics for this one. Kellogg's Tony the Tiger, Mike Hansen behind the wheel. Miss Pog from Honolulu, Hawaii, Ken Muscatel, the driver. And the Miss Properties with Jerry Hopp will see action for the first time today. Miss Midmark, Jack Berry, the driver, has withdrawn. They are out of action.
In this grouping of boats so far, it has been the Miss T Plus, which is on the inside as they come down into the turn now. That boat seems to be taking over the lead, but on the outside, he's got a challenge from the Miss Pog. Ken Muscatel having a great run out there now against the T Plus. In the middle of it all is the National Dynamics Spirit of San Diego, and it looks like 2nd place is going to be where the race is. You can see now the lead boat has really taken over about a 5-boat length lead over the 2nd place battlers, but Mark Evans, who's in the middle of your screen in the blue boat, that's March, the Spirit of San Diego, and the yellow Miss Pog are really going at it deck to deck.
Miss Pog, of course, owned by Bob Fendler out of Honolulu, Hawaii. They'll be our host boat for the next event and the final event of the year.
Well, it'd be nice for them to go in with a little bit of momentum, and right now he's got plenty of momentum as he's battling for second place. There's a great shot of that race right now. Now, the Spirit of San Diego boat on the inside. Whoa! A little bit of lightness for the T+. I was going to tell you the Spirit of San Diego is inside the Miss Pog. That normally would give that boat a little bit of an advantage as far as running the course.
It's Jerry Hop is being lapped right now, and it's his first action of the day as we look at our leader, 148.1 mile an hour. Here's the Miss Pog with Ken Muscatel. Whoa! He gets a little airborne. Put those ailerons down, my man.
I think he's got a feeling of where he is and exactly what he has a chance to do with that boat as far as earning some points. Another shot of the Miss Properties trailing the field now. He's been passed by the other three boats out there. Jerry Hop holding it in. Checkered flag is out, and it's going to go to the Miss T+. A great run by Steve David. Miss Pog is in second place. The Spirit of San Diego now in third. Then the Miss Properties, and the Kellogg's Tony the Tiger boat did not start.
It's getting to be a habit.
Oh, God, the T+ engine treatment with DuPont Teflon. Just running great, and I tell you, with the T+, the salt water's not affecting it. We're able to just continue to run, and it's been a ball today so far.
I hear that you asked your crew for more speed. Your first lap was over 148.
Yeah, I know, but to win this race today, I got to be able to run some high 150s to win it. So, you know, racers never satisfied, but the T+ will get me there by the final.
150,000 plus are here at Mission Bay, enjoying today's sunshine and the fast action, and we continue, of course, with that action.
Heat 3A coming up. Winston Eagle, the Tide, Coors Dry, and the Miss Honolulu Hotel are all in the race, but it's a two-boat race down to the finish line. The Winston Eagle battling it out and coming in first place to take another win today. Mark Tate has just had a great day of racing, and we have to believe that if the Miss Budweiser was in there, those two would be battling neck and neck. But there's your finish. The Winston Eagle, the Tide, Coors Dry in third, and Honolulu Hotel did not start.
And it's another record, 155, as he's up the heat record for this course 3 times in a row today. Heat 3B, there's your field from lane 1 through lane 5.
Again, the Miss T+ is the strong boat coming into the field, and as they went out onto the course, the battle was between Mark Evans and Stephen David. Stephen David, again, looking for more power. He was able to find it, and Stephen David takes the win in Heat 3B, which really sets him in a beautiful position for the final.
That's 3 straight heat wins for the T+. They are in the final. The rest of the field, if they hope to make it, will have to do well in the last chance heat.
And that's an interesting heat, and we're going to recap that one for you, because remember, the Kellogg's Tony the Tiger did not start the last 2 heats, but he did start in the last chance heat, and it was Mike Hansen out of Madison, Indiana, who was able to dominate the field. So whatever the problem was, they certainly got it cured, and that boat now qualifies for the final.
The problem was salt water caused compression stalls. They cleaned up their act. They make the final. They're congratulated by their happy